Alright guys, it's Comic Book Steve here. Got a little bit of a haul for you. So most of this is from either eBay, my comic shop, or during Black Friday sales at some local shops. They had 50% off back issues and 30% off wall books. So I picked up a few things. Thought I'd show them off. So, alright, let's get started. This is Amazing Spider-Man 599. Again, trying to collect all of Amazing Spider-Man 200 to 700. We'll see how that goes. I think I got most of the difficult ones except for like first appearance of Hobgoblin and the first print of the Carnage first appearance. And those J. Scott Campbell Black Cat covers, I think are going to be the most difficult for me to find, but making some progress. See how it goes. And then also got this one, this 597 Amazing Spider-Man second print. I like second prints, especially when they throw in a different cover. Amazing Spider-Man 579, Marcos Martin art and cover. Love his art, love the cover. This storyline was pretty awesome. Written by Mark Waid. This was early into Brand New Day. This one's pretty cool. Amazing 568. This is New Ways to Die Part 1, the variant edition. It was pretty cheap from the rest of the parts in the storyline. It was, I think, $5 in the back issue bin, and it was half off, so $2.50. And I was surprised it was even $5. I thought they'd try to. I thought this whole series or this whole story arc was pretty hot, and they would try to get more for it. I was even surprised just to see it there. But nonetheless, cool to have, even if it's not one of the books in that run or that storyline. That's worth a lot. I didn't have it, so any Amazing Spider-Man book that I didn't have is worth getting for me. Amazing 390. So this is the enhanced version, I guess. It's bagged with the animation print. For the, I guess then it says upcoming Spider-Man cartoon series from the 90s. So that was pretty cool. Didn't have it, and certainly didn't have it bagged. I would like to get the unenhanced variant. I think that's a little harder to find, but we'll see if I can find it. I'm sure I will one day. All those 90s books are pretty easy to find. This is a really cool one. Amazing 350. It's one of my favorite single issue stories from Amazing Spider-Man, or any Spider-Man book. I really enjoy how Spider-Man it just seems pretty hopeless against Doc Doom. I mean, he keeps trying to fight him, but he's just so overpowered, or so outmatched, I guess. But it's cool to see him keep trying to stay in the battle, no matter what. Amazing 330. Punisher appearance. Amazing 331. Actually, I already had this one. I've forgotten that I already had it, but it was pretty cheap. I think it was I want to say $3.50 off. So I could live with that. This was another half off one. I ended up paying $1 for it. I didn't have it. It's not in great shape. It's got some bumps on the cover, and yeah, filled up a little gap. That's pretty scary, right? When cometh the commuter? I haven't read the issue. I don't know if the villain is actually called the commuter, but that's pretty lame if it is. Here's a new issue that I picked up during the past few weeks. New Avengers 27, part of the Timeout storyline going on. Pretty cool. I'm excited to see how this all leads into Secret War. So I'll keep picking this storyline up. This was a buck. Venom #1. I really didn't like the series that much, and I'm not. I like Sam Keith, but that cover with the ridiculous tongue is a little much for me. But it was a buck, and it's a Venom book, so I will not be picking up the rest of the issues in this series. But I'm glad to have the #1, and I've gotten it for cheap. I got this one off my comic shop. It's Venom -1. I don't see this in the wild, even though I've seen a lot of the flashback books from the same thing Marvel did. This one I really wanted to grab, and I couldn't find it in the wild, so I grabbed it off of my comic shop. I don't know if this is actually in continuity. I think it's Eddie. I flipped through it. It's Eddie Brock fighting some like B-movie style monster that I guess is supposed to be a symbiote, but I don't think it's in like any continuity. It's just a cool book to have. I don't think it's super easy to find. Not worth a lot either, but still cool to have. So this one was fun. I got this off my comic shop. It is a second print of Ultimate Fallout, issue 4, first appearance of Miles Morales. It's weird because it says it's second print, and you can see right there it says second print. And the original print has half his face masked off, and the rest of his face is in shadow. But then I also I had gotten this book a little while ago, another second print of Ultimate Fallout 4, and you can see it says second print up there. So which one is the real second print? Is there a variant for the second print? They both say variant, so I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. They did 2 second printings. So I think I have almost all of the alternate issues or alternate covers of Ultimate Fallout 4. The only one I'm missing is the 1 in 25 variant. Maybe I can find that. They're pretty cheap. The Ultimate Fallout 4 issues, which I'm surprised about. Miles Morales is pretty cool. This was another new one I got, Scarlet Spider's #1. I love the Clone Saga, love Ben Reilly, really glad they're bringing him back in some sort of fashion. Not our Ben Reilly, but another alternate reality Ben Reilly. And it's cool to see all the clones team up. The one downside about this is the art. It's pretty shitty. If every time they bring back Ben Reilly, I get really excited, and then the art is just not very exciting to look at. And the last time was during the Clone Saga miniseries that came out, maybe like 5 years ago. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the art in there, and this artist is different. It's a different artist, but the art looks very, very similar. So it's kind of aggravating. But the cover's awesome, and the story's alright. I'll keep picking it up. Really digging the Spider-Verse stuff. Speaking of Spider-Verse, there's another new issue, Spider-Man 2099. This issue was actually really good. I've been buying the 2099 series since it restarted. I haven't been too crazy about it, but this issue I thought was the strongest of them so far. Third print of Edge of Spider-Verse 2. So glad that they gave it a different cover instead of just giving it the same cover with a different color bar on the bottom, which we'll get to later. But yeah, if you haven't picked this up, Gwen Stacy as Spider-Woman is pretty hot, and later printings are always less produced than the original ones, so I imagine this book will become hot, and maybe they'll even do a 4th printing, because this one sold out at all the comic shops that I've been at. This one was 30% off. I had missed out on it when it first came out. Superior Spider-Man 33 variant edition. I had the regular edition, but I didn't have this, and I like seeing all the various costumes, even if it's just the masks. I think it ended up being like $2.50, $3, so pretty happy with that. This one I got off my comic shop. I only got this Nova 31. I only got this because it has Darkhawk in it, and it's an appearance I didn't have. I think I like the visual of Darkhawk more than the character itself. His origin, both of the origins, the original origin and then the retelling of the origin that they did in the early 2000s, are both pretty lackluster in my opinion. I'd like to see, if they bring him back, I'd like to see like a new writer take a stab at, fleshing out his history. This one was a buck. Strange #1. I think it's a retelling of Doctor Strange's origin. So, cool to have. Not really worth anything yet, anyway. Got these two off eBay. 2 copies of Captain Marvel 17. I really only want 1 copy, but a lot of the single copy auctions were going for more than this 2 copy auction went for. I got both of these in total for $9 before shipping. So I was okay with that. I'd like to get number 14 because I think that's the real first appearance of Kamala Khan. Yeah, if you didn't know, this one has an appearance by Kamala Khan. As far as I can tell, it's just a couple of panels on the last page that don't even show her face. It's just her flexing in front of a mirror. Whereas number 14 has like a panel of her face in the foreground, watching Captain Marvel fighting off some villain. So I think 14's a better one to have, but I thought I'd pick this one up too. Unless I'm missing something in this issue. I flipped through it, but I didn't see any other appearance by her other than the flexing in the mirror. So yeah, still cool to have. This one I got just for the cover, really. Thanos in Secret Defenders number 12. Yeah, I like enhanced covers, and I like Thanos, so cool to have. Pretty cheap. This is Miss Marvel #1 6th printing. I only got this because it was 30% off. Like I said, I hate when they only change the bottom for like the subsequent printings. Yeah, I think it's more exciting when the cover is a different image or has like a silver ink on the background like they used to do in the 90s for second prints, or like gold. But yeah, I only got this because it was 30% off. I figured, why not? This one I bought new off the stand. 7th printing of #1. I got this because not too many books make it to 7th printings. And like I said before, usually later and later printings are less and less ordered. I could be wrong about that, or less and less produced. So this could be a pretty hot book if Kamala Khan continues to be popular. I mean, look at the later printings of Man of Steel 18 and Superman 75. I mean, those are arguably worth more than the first printings. So yeah, cool to have. If you like the character and you don't have this yet, I would recommend picking it up. Black Panther #15. I also only got this because of the cover. This was 50% off at $6, so I paid $3 for it. Yeah, cool cover, Claw and Black Panther. I was like, oh, that's the movie right there. Even though Claw is he looks totally different than I imagine he's gonna look in the movie. I always thought of Claw as a really lame character, but my first introduction to him was in Secret Wars, so he seemed like a tool more than like his own villain, you know. This was a buck. Ares #1. I think Ares is a really cool character, and I'm pretty surprised they haven't brought him back yet. Maybe they will. I think he has potential, especially with all the Thor movies. Sorry, I just totally knocked the camera down. But I am not going to refilm this, so here we go. Captain America 290. This is the first appearance of Sin. Pretty cheap book right now. Yeah, but I think it's cool to have. It's not in perfect condition. It's alright. I don't know what this black bar at the top is. It looks like the printer had something else up there. I don't know how these are laid out when they print them. And it's got some little nicks on it over there and over there. But otherwise, it's a pretty awesome looking copy. Next, number 4, first appearance of American Dream, who will be in Secret Wars. Rocket Raccoon number 1, 4th printing. Again, I only got this because it actually had a different cover from the other printings. This one I got out of curiosity. X-Men and Hulk annual. What a weird team up. And not only that, but they fight Thanos. It seemed too odd not to get, and it was pretty cheap. The artist is actually really awesome. If you follow Captain Marvel, the Peter David series in the late 90s, early 2000s, the artist in this is the same artist that did that, Criss Cross. Very dynamic artist, really cool stuff to look at. The next stack is stuff I got today. I actually didn't realize that the sale going on at my local comic shop went on past last weekend. So when I went today just to pick up a new box, I was surprised to see it was still going on, so I had to, of course, pick up some more stuff. I actually haven't even rebagged any of these yet. This one doesn't even have a backing board, but this was 50% off at $3.25. Amazing $5.97. The last part of the American Sun storyline that I needed. Pretty cool cover. Got all the Dark Avengers. This was 30% off. Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 from the new series. Second printing. I didn't know they made a second printing, and usually, like I said, I don't grab the second printings or the subsequent printings when they only have the color change down at the bottom. But I had no idea that there was a second printing of this one, so I grabbed it just because I've never seen it before. Amazing Spider-Man Learning to Crawl 1.1. So I only got this because it was also 30% off. I kept passing it up when it came out. But at 30%, I figured I'll at least get the first part. I don't know if I'll pick up the rest of them. All New X-Men number 33. This is a variant. This was 30% off. And yeah, Miles Morales. Cool character. Glad to have it. This was in the dollar bin. New Defenders 125. This is the first appearance of the new team. Yeah, it's a really great looking copy too. Not a lot of problems on this guy. Not a hot book, but a curiosity. I thought it was fun to grab. I'll probably read it just to see how the switch went, like why they changed from the classic team of these guys up here to this newer team. This was the Buck. Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, free comic book day edition. I could have sworn this was at least like a $10, $20 book. I could be wrong, but I no longer have the Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the original one. I got it when it was on the shelf back in the day, but I remember selling 1 through 6 when 6 was brand new on eBay for $60. So obviously number 1 itself is worth way more than that. So I kind of made a mistake, but you know, maybe I can get that one again, the first printing someday. I don't think there's, well, I know there's not a lot of demand in the Ultimate line right now, although Ultimate Spider-Man 1 is still not easy to find, so it's worth a lot. But I might be able to find it for a good deal. But I'm glad to have this for now. Add it to my Spider-Man collection. I was actually really happy to get this one. Also doesn't have a backing board yet. The wedding issue, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 21 with the tuxedo variant. So I have the Spider-Man cover where he's wearing the Spider-Man suit, but I usually see that one in the wild, but I usually don't see this one in the wild. So I had to grab it. And at $5, half off, so $2.50. Yeah, I will take that. Even if it's not really worth a lot, it's a cool book to have in my collection. this is my last one. Black Panther #1, first print. Very, very happy to have that. I really wanted to get the first appearance of Shuri. I know online it says the first appearance is #2, but she's on the cover of this. I mean, come on. Is that really not considered her first appearance? Does like an interior supersede a cover appearance if the cover appearance came before? Not too sure about that. So I really wanted to hunt this down, and I at the Super Mega Fest a few weeks ago, I found the second print of #1 in the dollar bin, but I didn't see the first print, and I was really glad to find this one today in the dollar bin. So yeah, pretty happy about that. I think that's about it, guys. I actually have one more thing I want to show off. Let me take a second. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the camera here. You get to see some of my layout over here, my trades. Okay, so I like to do collages, and this was a new one I had made, consisting of the death of Gwen Stacy and the Green Goblin, Spider-Man fighting. I usually cut up like really cheap books, or books that were in really bad condition. So I go scrounging through quarter bins whenever I see them. So the issue in the background that I cut up is mostly Spider-Man 200, with some exceptions. The copy I had gotten was like 50 cents, and it was trashed, so I figured I'd cut it up. The images in the front are from a poster book. My wife helped me with those, since my cutting ability is pretty horrible, and she did a great job, like cutting out the outline pretty close. So yeah, a lot of the images I use in the background are the bridge, or Spider-Man and the Green Goblin fighting. But yeah, I like to make these things. That's part of the reason why I go through dollar bins and 50-cent quarter bins, grab stuff like this and make collages. I actually have another one I could show off. Oh yeah, so this is, you get to see all my, or some of my statues. I really like this one. The zombie Spider-Man and Mary Jane. But what I wanted to show was this guy here. Really proud of this one. Black Spider-Man tribute. Really, really happy how that came out. I do want to make another one for like a Edge of the Spider-Verse kind of theme. That's going to be with different Spider-Men all over the background and in the foreground. We will see if I can find enough issues to make one. Sorry for all the shaking. My hands are not super steady. Alright guys, I think that's about it. I will talk to you all later. Enjoy the hunt.